There's a couple of things going on. There's a new Democratic leading activist group that has now raised more than $750,000 for mobile response teams. Now, I know we just talked about Mercury One and their mobile response teams, trying to help find bodies here in Texas. Theirs is to confront immigration and customs enforcement during raids in California. The organization is Save America Movement. It's asking for your donation so its teams can follow ICE raids in real time. The group began launching its first political ads and social media accounts in June. In a fundraising webpage, it shows they wanted to raise $1 million for the anti-ICE initiative. So far, I believe they have, $764,254. Quote, ICE agents are raiding L.A. in masks without badges, names, or accountability. These ICE agents don't have names or badges. Really? Wow. And they wear masks. I wonder why they might wear masks. Maybe it's because the people on the streets are also wearing masks. Now, why would the people on the streets be wearing masks, Pat? I'm trying to figure that one out. Why would they be wearing masks?
Perhaps they don't want to be identified.
Don't want to be identified. Why?
They're committing illegal acts.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. And they know if they're identified, then the good guys will come and arrest them. But seeing that they think they're the good guys and the police are the bad guys, why would the police be wearing masks? Because the police know the bad guys will identify them and come get them and their children at night. There's one that's on the righteous side, one that is not on the righteous side. I'm trying to remember which one's which. So the Save America movement is launching its Liberty vans, mobile response teams with cameras, chaplains. Now, I'm just trying to imagine the chaplains that might be going with them. Chaplains, lawyers, and veterans to show the world what's happening in our communities. What is happening in the communities? I'm wondering. Now, the group announced its steering committee on June 18th. That includes Erica Alexander, Dr. Reverend William Barber, Ryan Busey, Steve Schmidt, and Billy Ray. These, at least Alexander and Barber, have spoken at the Democratic National Convention. Alexander campaigned for for Hillary Clinton. She was, campaigning for Hillary Clinton. And by the way, Hillary Clinton was so popular, she lost. Schmidt was also the co-founder of the anti-Trump Lincoln Project before stepping down in 2021. So this is just the usual suspects. Do you remember, Pat, when we were working at Fox and we were doing all that research? And remember, we would look into these organizations, we'd be like, same 12 people. Mm-hmm. Every time, same 12 people. It was like there were only 25 to 50 revolutionaries that were actually, and none of these guys were revolutionaries. All of these guys were all political figures that were all orchestrating and funding everything. It was the revolutionaries that'd be like, you go out and do that. Yeah, I'm going to be here. I got your back, though. I got your back. You should go out and blow yourself up. I mean, it's the same thing with the mullahs. The mullahs are never the ones going out. They're never like, and I'm going to show you how much I believe in this. I'm going out and blowing myself up. No. It's the same thing with the DNC. All of these people, all behind the scenes, they're using you. I don't know how you don't see that. They're using you. And then, again, on the other hand, I don't see how the Democrats don't see, no, the radicals now are using you. Now the radicals are in charge. And be afraid. Be very afraid. Because they're going to come for you before they come for me. You think they're going to eat us first, but I mean, we had this story. What was it last week? Did you see the story where Democratic politicians are now saying they're afraid of their own constituents?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're saying their own constituents are saying, you know what, maybe you should die so we could get some attention to our cause. You know, we need some blood to be spilled for a real revolution. And the Democratic politicians are like, wait, my blood?
And they got a little taste of that during the Palestinian-Israeli situation because everywhere Democrats went, they were committing genocide because they supported Israel. So they got a little taste of how the left can turn on them.
Do we need to go through Minneapolis? I mean, look what happened in Minneapolis. I mean, I don't know. Do I have this story? Where is it? There's a story today on the Minneapolis. Okay, yeah, here. The Minnesota assassin Vance, what is it, Bolter?
Yeah.
Said neither his pro-life worldview nor his support for Donald Trump were motivations behind the deadly June 14th shooting rampage that left a top Democratic lawmaker dead and another serious wounded. Now, he's pro-life and he's a supporter of Donald Trump, yet he worked for the Democrats.
Mm-hmm. Appointed by 2 Democratic governors, I believe.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make that fit. You're a pro-lifer that also is a big supporter of Donald Trump, and you go to work for Tim Walz? I mean, I know sometimes Common Core math hurts when you try to think, but this one is almost impossible. Even if I say you're right, if you just show me how you got there. I don't think I can show you that you're right on that one. He said his pro-life worldview or his deep support for Donald Trump were not motivations. I'm going to let you chew on that one for a while. That's his quote from prison. He's waiting for trial, and the New York Post did a interview with him. He said, "You're fishing, and I can't talk about my case. I'll say it didn't involve either Trump or pro-life stuff. I'll just say there's a lot of information that will come out in the future that people will look at and judge for themselves that goes back 24 months before the 14th, if the governor ever lets that get out." Now, wait a minute. Tim Walz is the governor. He faces possible federal grand jury indictment this week after being charged with 6 felony stalking and murder-related counts of the killing of the Democratic lawmaker. And by the way, if you're really on the right, why would you kill the lawmaker that just voted with the Democrats? Just voted with the Republicans. She actually took a hard line and a very hard decision. She didn't want to, but she said, I just feel like it's the right thing for the state, and it's killing me to vote this way, but I feel I really have to. And so she does. And then this guy kills her because he's such a big conservative? What? Any of this make sense to you?
None. No, none of it.
During 2 20-minute video visits with the Post, he said police have withheld key details from his handwritten letter left by the alleged person in a getaway car. Who's the alleged person? I think it's his wife. The letter, which has not been released, was addressed to FBI Director Kash Patel. My wife and family had nothing to do with any of this. Certain details of that letter were leaked out that probably painted one kind of a picture, but a lot more important details that were in that letter were not leaked out. He refused to elaborate, saying the withheld details related to things that were going on in Minnesota. Huh. I also made sure when I was arrested that they secured that letter. I made the request that they secure that letter before it gets destroyed because I was concerned somebody would destroy it. Police found a handwritten note in the suspect's fake police SUV with a hit list of more than 50 Democrat officials from at least 6 states. Police found other notes with directions to the Hortman home and a list of websites used to gather information on the targets. Asked by the Post how he felt about the shooting victims and their families, he said, "You can maybe ask if someone believes that." and they love God and they love their neighbor, allegedly, how they could be involved in a situation where some people are no longer here that were here before. But I'll let you chew on that one, too. I don't.
It's so bizarre.
Wow. A little nuts.
Yeah.
A little nuts.
Yeah.
The letter left behind for the FBI also alleged that they claimed Tim Walz told him to murder Amy Klobuchar and others so he could run for U.S. Senate. Now, I can believe a lot of things about Tim Walz, but I don't believe that
You don't buy that?
I don't buy that. No, I don't. You know, you can believe a lot of stuff about Tim Walz, but no, I'm not going to buy that one. He would not discuss his views or relationship with Tim Walz, the Democratic vice presidential nominee. Walz appointed Boulder to a 4-year term on the governor's Workforce Development Board in December of 2019. Then the Mark Dayton, the also Democratic Minnesota governor, appointed him to another board, the same kind of board, in 2016. So the guy's been working for Democrats for a very, very long time. But pay no attention to that. Pay no attention to that. Democrats, you're fine. Your base isn't about to rise up and kill you. This, remember warning about this? In 2008 and 9, I was like, you cannot get into bed with crazy radicals. You can't. Crazy being part of the word, radical, the other important word in crazy radicals. They'll kill you. When they don't think that you're taking this revolution seriously enough, which is exactly what's happening. ICE, they're now going out in the streets and they're shooting at ICE. And they know that Donald Trump doesn't want them to do that, but you're on their side. And let me see if anybody remembers where this line came from. You betrayed the revolution. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right at the gallows. I don't remember what country that was that had not the gallows, but the guillotines. You betrayed the revolution. That's what happens in revolutions. If you're not revolutionary enough for the most bloodthirsty, they come after you, and they come after you first. That's what's coming, America. What is happening, and I'm going to give you some other stories. What is happening on the streets right now is a lead up to serious trouble on the streets and bloodbath on the streets. Pray for our law enforcement. No, don't even pray about that, because what could possibly happen? If law enforcement decides, I'm not putting up with this anymore because the cities just aren't going to support them, I mean, what could possibly go wrong? We have Elon Musk and Grok 4 and his robots all ready to go. He said last week, all I have to do now is download Grok 4 into the heads of my robots, and they'll be able to take care of everything. Wouldn't that be great? We could have a robot police force.
That usually works out well.
It's coming.
In all the documentaries I've seen, it works out really well.
It always works out really well. Yeah. Well, it didn't in iRobot. Remember, it was just
that one documentary.
One documentary. Right. But that's because they had the 4 rules. Remember?
Yeah.
And the good news is, in our AI, we decided those 4 rules didn't need to be put in. So we don't have those 4 rules at our AI. Don't know why, but probably wasn't going to work anyway.